Hello dear friends, so I'm in my kitchen and I'm doing an English video this time for my friends in India, for Amar and Deepak, Manu in Khajuraho. So I use ghee in my kitchen many times. Now I decided to make it myself. So I bought butter, very good butter from the Tiroler mountains, and now I'm making ghee. See you! So now it's cooking. I heated the butter on low flame, so 5 medium heat, and now it's cooking. I do bring it back to 3, and what will happen is that water will evaporate and the milk solids will slowly go down to the bottom, and it will become a little bit, the color will become a little bit like caramel. So this will take some time, cooking the butter on low fire. So now and then I skim off the rising foam with a small strainer. So 45 minutes later, I guess now it's time to turn off the heat. So maybe it's hard to see on this video, but I can see the bottom, and normally residues would be sticking to the bottom. And what I think is that the cows from Austria, from Tyrol, they make very nice milk, very clean butter, because I don't see a lot of residue here. I've made this also in Holland a couple of times, and then there was more stuff on the bottom. So here's some foam which I took off. So I will let it cool for a bit, and then we'll put it into glass jars. So here we are. Here's my ghee. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful color. And I put them in glass jars. Use this spoon, gravy spoon. And here you can see the residue. So some people use this, but I'm going to throw it away. So I'm quite happy with my ghee, and it also has a wonderful smell, and I will give you some tips how to use ghee in your kitchen. So what to do with ghee? So maybe it's a nice thought about this color. So it really looks a little bit like urine, but actually it's much better than that, of course. So I really love ghee. So what my friend from India does, he uses it on a chapati, but as I am not so good in making chapati, I am using my wraps. But sometimes they can be a little bit dry. So what you can do then is do a little bit of ghee on your wrap, which makes it a little bit more flexible, and it's easier to roll it up. Okay, so, and then you start, so turning it around, and it becomes really a much better taste if you put a little bit ghee on your wrap. So on this wrap, I put some vegetables. This is bell pepper with onion and courgette, zucchini, and some fennel, and I cut it into small pieces and fried it in some ghee. What you also can do with ghee is when you need to bake something, bread or a cake or something that needs some grease for the inside of your baking form, you can take this brush and grease the inside of the form. Or maybe you want to roast a sweet potato, so you can do the same thing, cover it with a little bit of ghee. So my dear friends, I'm on the move. I want to know where the butter for my ghee comes from. So I took my car and I drove approximately 7 kilometers from my home, and I'm standing here now in front of the entrance of the Akkeralm, which goes up the mountain. I will show you. So this is the entrance. First thing I had to do was get a ticket so that I can drive up the mountain. So here's my ticket, and see you on top of the mountain. So up the mountain I go. Sometimes it's a little bit challenge if there's a traffic coming from the other side, but my BMW is doing very good here in the mountains. So I've reached the Akkeralm. I can hear the cowbells. And the first thing that happened when I got out of my car, I stepped in cow shit. Great experience. So I've reached the little shop where the butter comes from. So first of all, before we go in, I want to show you this. These are the pictures how the butter is made. So first you have the cows. The milk is taken out of them. So then it goes in this big, well, don't know how you call all this stuff, but you can imagine. And then, so the whole process of making the cheese. So we continue here, pressing cheese, and then it goes into salt water, then it's being stored, and then it's being cut. And here's also the butter, which I use for my ghee. So let's go in. It's a little place here with 2 tables and a very kind lady in the back who will sell me the butter. And this is the place where cheese is made, where butter is made. So here we are, and it's possible to taste a little piece of cheese. Ja, alles Bio-Qualität, wunderbar.
Das ist jetzt der ein Jahr gereifte.
1 year, ja.
Ja, der ist sehr würzig, kräftig,
Ja.
aber laktosefrei.
Okay.
Weil Bergkäse ab 5 Monate wird laktosefrei. Dann hier in der Mitte haben wir den jungen Emmentaler.
Ja,
Der ist von der heurigen Saison schon.
Yes.
Und auf der rechten Seite von mir ist der junge Bergkäse, den was wir heuer auch hier oben produziert haben.
Okay.
Der ist auch ungefähr 3,5 Monate. Der ist sehr cremig, mild, fein. Und wir haben ungefähr 137 Milchkühe da.
137 cows, yes.
Wird jeden Tag frisch die Milch hier angeliefert.
Every day the milk will be supplied here to the shop. Yeah.
Genau, und dann wird gekäst und in frischen Butter gemacht.
Okay, and then they will make cheese. So this one is more than 5 months old. This one is 3 months old. And there's the Emmentaler in the middle. And here is the butter, which I am using for my ghee.
Genau, und schauen Sie, und das ist die
And that's
Buttermodel.
the butter press, where they
Genau, ob
put it
groß
in.
oder ob klein, so wird er gemacht. von
Small
der Butter.
or
Das ist, wie man,
big.
je nachdem die Größe, wie man ihn braucht.
So wonderful. Thank you very much.
Ja, please.
So now finally, the source of it all. Here is the sweet cow and supplying us with milk and enjoying fresh grass, very peaceful. And maybe I can zoom in a little bit. So there's this little village down there. This is Hintertiersee. This is where I work at Zonhof. So it has been a very nice educational tour, and I hope you enjoyed it all. And dear friends in India, I really admire you for all the love and care you give to the cows, because they give us so much back. Ciao!